Undoubtedly, we are living in perilous and precarious times. The question is, how do you find protection spiritually, financially, relationally, and emotionally? Let's talk about shelter from the storm, a refuge for restoration. You know what's up. Turn me up. I'm mic'd up. Join me and let's mix it up. What's good people? How you doing? How you living? How's it going? What's happening? I hope you are doing well. Well, I want to welcome you to another edition of In the Mix. I'm your host with the most, yours truly, Dr. Eddie Connor, and it is an honor that you have joined us today. Buckle up your seatbelt. We're going to go for a ride, but hit the thumbs up button on the video real quickly. Come on. First and foremost, hit that thumbs up button on this video. Hit the subscribe button as well. Come on. I'm growing your greatness. Help me to grow our channel for change, our channel that creates change, our channel that breaks chains. And you know, like we always do at this time, we drop some light bulb emojis in the chat. This is our opportunity to pay the digital light bill. It's totally free. Don't you wish it was just that easy? Well, it is here. Drop some light bulb emojis in the chat. As a matter of fact, because we're getting ready to illuminate you. We're getting ready to have a conversation of illumination. We're getting ready to turn up. We're getting ready to brighten it up. We're getting ready to light it all the way up. Why? Because we are the light of the world. And today, we're going to spotlight and highlight the particular topic, shelter from the storm. A refuge for restoration. You know, I realize this. When you think about a storm, we're either in one of three particular situations. We're either in a storm, we're either headed into a storm, or we're coming out of a storm. We're either in a storm, getting ready to step into a storm, or we're coming out of a storm. That's really how life is. Listen, between two mountain peaks, there is always a valley. And a lot of times you go through the storm or you go through the valley just so that you can rejuvenate yourself, just so that you can get the test and overcome the test and learn some lessons in life, so that when you get to the top, you'll understand that it wasn't just yourself that got you there. It was you persevering. It was you overcoming. It was you taking those same lessons and those building blocks that helped you to elevate through what it is that you've gone through. Family, just type shelter. Just type shelter. Shelter. I don't need shelter if there's not an adversary. I don't need shelter if there's no storm. I don't need shelter if there's not anything that is impending and that is possibly a threat or a danger to the sagacity of who it is that I am. And we have to make sure that we are not sheltering in a place to where it's in our clothes, it's in our cars, in our shoes, it's in our house, it's with a particular spouse or a bae or boo. No, that's not necessarily the place of refuge. It's not necessarily a place of shelter. That place of refuge and shelter is understanding that I have to be anchored spiritually. I gotta have an anchor. Because storms in life are gonna come. Everything is not gonna always be, peaches and cream, and life is not gonna always be on cloud nine. Life is not gonna always be a bed of roses. Oftentimes those roses have thorns attached to it. Life is not gonna always be on cloud nine. Oftentimes those clouds will let out rain. It is the fact that I can bounce back again. I can bounce back. I can find restoration despite the situation of what it is that I've gone through. And that restoration comes from a place of resting. That restoration comes from a place of finding some solitude, some silence. It is from a place of finding some serenity internally. It is that aspect of self-care, right? Because here's the thing. So many of us, we're so busy, but we're not productive. We're moving here. We're moving there. We're this place. We're that place, right? We want to be more seen, this, that, and the other, exposed, XYZ. And the truth of the matter is, we have to get to a particular place to where we are finding some refuge for our soul and our spirit. What do you do when life just keeps beating you? When life just keeps, coming at you? Everything in the kitchen sink has just been thrown at you. Situation after situation, storm after storm, and issue after issue. It moves us to a particular place of navigating who it is that we are internally. We have to do that. We have to get our mind to a particular place to where it goes beyond what it is that we do to navigating who it is that we are. Life is going to throw some things at you. How do you bounce back from that particular setback? How do you find the refuge? Where do you go to for your refuge? And a lot of times, because life becomes so precarious, perilous, we try to navigate storms through addiction. We try to navigate storms through what now becomes self-sabotage. We try to navigate storms through everything that is external rather than what is internal. And we'll never find a refuge internally if the refuge internally is as toxic as it is externally. When life is so toxic, when life is so precarious and perilous, when life has so many storms, I can't have the storm that's going on inside of me. It's one thing to go through the storm. It's another thing for the storm to go through you. Come on now. I got to be a stormtrooper. I got to be a storm chaser. I got to say, peace, be still. Family, just drop two fingers. Come on, just drop peace, 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 peace. Getting peace in my life. That's what I got to have. I have to have peace of mind. I have to have peace in my life. I got to have serenity. I got to have sagacity. And for that to happen, there are some people that you have to cut off. For that to happen, there are some changes that you have to make. For that to happen, there are some things that you have to do differently. For that to happen, there are some things that you have to address. There are some things that you have to confess. There's some things that, here it is, you got to say, listen, I got to cut these particular things off. I have to overcome this particular addiction or this thing that's causing me to limp through life rather than leap as a result. I have to go to a particular place of finding refuge. And that refuge is not in cash and cars and clothes. That refuge is in Christ. I got to understand, I got a refuge. And the refuge causes you to be anchored because life is going to always try to push you off point. People are going to always try to push your buttons. And generally people are going to, you're not no elevator. People are going to push your buttons. But here's the thing. It's generally not to take you up higher. It's generally to reduce you, diminish you, and bring you lower. Life is always going to try to push you off your square and off what it is that you said you would stand on, your solid foundation. And for many of us, we're easily pushed. We're easily swayed. We're easily swept away because we don't have a foundation at all. The foundation for you was in people. The foundation for you was in money. The foundation for you was in things. And there's nothing wrong with having things. The problem is when things have you. Who am I talking to? Who am I talking to? That's the problem. Ain't nothing wrong with you having things. Ain't nothing wrong with you being G'd up from the feet up. Ain't nothing wrong with you having your hair whipped, dipped, fried, dyed, laid to the side. Ain't nothing wrong with you having your nail done, hair done, everything did. Are you fancy, huh? Or you pulling up to the scene with your ceiling missing and you being G'd up from the feet up? Nothing wrong with all of that. The only problem is that when your value is now placed in that. Because here's the thing. When you lose all of that, Or if you lose all of that, for many of us, we lose ourselves too. Why? Because our value was placed in people, things, and accoutrements of life. Versus understanding this, my value doesn't come from them. My value comes from him. Let me talk to you. Family, conversations like this one right here. Yeah, we're talking about shelter from the storm, a refuge for restoration. Conversations like this one right here is why you need to become a member of In the Mix. Listen, you're watching In the Mix, but why are you not a member of In the Mix? Let's do something about that. Let's change that right now. I need you to join our channel. Salute to all of you who have a membership badge. How do I know you have a membership badge? Because you're tapping in, tap in right in the live chat. You're tapping in by putting a comment in the description of this video or in the video area, in the comment section of the video. And there's a little decal right there, a little eagle. Why? Because you soar into another dimension, soar into another level. So I appreciate you investing in our In the Mix membership area and becoming a member of our In the Mix family and partnering with us. I want you as well. For those of you who do not have one, tap the link. The link's in the description. Links in the video. Links in the description of the video. Links in our chat. And as you tap that, all you're going to see is just three particular resources, three particular options. VIP, royalty, OKP. Choose one of those three. My gift to you is to give you access to our members only area, behind the scenes coverage, footage. You're getting ready to unlock the unlimited. Unlock the unlimited with us and do that. We're having this conversation, this courageous conversation about shelter from the storm. Super conversation. Drop a super chat. Drop a super sticker. Talking about that refuge for restoration. And here's the thing. Many of us, we're going to go through all types of situations in our life. Right? Here's the thing. If you are gifted, you will be afflicted. Trying of your faith, work with patience, experience hope. There's some things that I will experience, but based upon what I have experienced, and even if my experience and my expectation don't align, I should not lose hope. I should not feel that I'm in a place to where I am helpless and where I am hopeless. Come on now. He'll never leave you. He'll never forsake you. Things that you go through grow you. Let me talk to you. Things that you go through should grow you. I know it was painful, but here's what I understand. Things will be purposeful. And then when I understand that things will be purposeful, despite what was painful, I will be powerful. That's why those who are powerful know how to soar above the situation. Those who are powerful know how to soar beyond the situation. They are an eagle, empowered, authentically gifted leaders envisioning success. That's what my community is all about. You need to join my community. Go right now to theeaglesacademy.com, theeaglesacademy.com, theeaglesacademy.com. Soar with us. It's a way that you can partner with me in an ultimate way, where I teach, I coach, I train, I motivate you. You're part of our live sessions. The amazing experience of transformation that so many people, literally, locally, and globally, who are part of our community, have invested in themselves. And they're now soaring in their relationships, in their business, in their character, in their spiritual development, in their business, XYZ. Same thing can happen for you too. Go right now to theeaglesacademy.com. When you understand all of that now, that life really puts you in proximity to your purpose, that you can press through the storm, the rain, the trial, and the pain, simply because the shelter keeps you anchored. The shelter is the protective barrier. The shelter is the roof that's over your head. The shelter is the mindset that you have developed. Hear me. There are going to be some storms in life that are going to come at your mind. And if you don't have a shelter, if you don't have a barrier, if you don't have a buffer over your mind, over your spirit, over your heart, over your self-concept, over your self-esteem, you're always going to be swept away by the winds of change. You're always going to be swept away by the tide that brings about tribulation and turbulence. You're always going to be swept away simply because you don't have an anchor and you are not in a place to where you understand that there's a refuge that comes in shelter. Family, we're going to take it to another level on the other side of this break. Stick and stay. More's on the way. After these messages, I'll be right back. You know, I realize the extent of your development is connected to the extent of your investment. What I mean, invest little, develop little. but we're investing much into you as you invest in yourself by developing your purpose, developing your goals and your dreams and your ideals and your ideas, shifting you from ideas to income. Where does this all happen at? I'm so glad you asked. It takes place in our Eagles Academy. All you have to do is go right now to theeaglesacademy.com, tap the Join Now button, fill out the form, be transformed to shift your ideas into income, your contacts into contracts, really to grow your ideas, your impact, and your influence. You owe it to you to invest in you. And as a result of it, now you are able to be coached and mentored and be a part of our live trainings with yours truly. Yeah, with me, along with a host of other leaders and trendsetters and trailblazers and accountability partners. No one grows in a silo. The power of mentorship, it takes what I've learned in years and months and I give it to you in minutes. What I've learned in decades and I can give it to you in days. To be a part of our private Facebook group, to get guided feedback through our Eagle's Nest reflections, to get access to all of the content and all the live sessions and the trainings of business development, of financial stewardship, of the impact and empowerment that only takes place when you go right now to theeaglesacademy.com. Again, when you get there, tap the Join Now button, fill out the form, be transformed. But it doesn't just stop there. You want to develop your book? Then guess what? You are an aspiring author. You need to get my bestseller book blueprint. It's available right now. accessidentity.org/author. All of the insight of what it is that I have used to write 18 books and be a best-selling author. You owe it to you to get your hands on that. You also owe it to you to get my Successful Speaker Strategies download. I'm telling you, whatever you're building, you can build it better if you use better words. Let me show you how to develop your communication. There's an art to communication. Let me show you how to develop that. Go right now as well to accessidentity.org/speaker. And then I am blessed to pastor the Remnant Worshipers Church. I want you to be a part of the church that I am pastoring at right now. It's such a great thing of what it is that God has fashioned us to do. And it's taking place right here in the city of Detroit, 10 a.m. every Sunday, 6 p.m. we have prayer on Tuesdays, and then 7 p.m. on those same Tuesdays, we have TNT Tuesdays, Truth and Transformation. It's amazing. You want to be a part of it. Go right now, trwchurch.org. And then I want to see your face in the place this Sunday at 20470 Hubble Street. I'm doing my best to save you a seat. Powerful prayer, praise, and a preach word. Can't wait to see your face in the place at the Remnant Worshipers Church. Yes, y'all, and we don't stop. Come on, family, I need you to heed to these resources that you've heard. Let's get back to the word. We're talking about shelter from the storm. A refuge for restoration. And when you're being attacked so many times, and one thing I understand that oftentimes the anointing on your life attracts attacks. What you have gone through is not intended to destroy you. I need you to hear me. It's only intended to develop you. And if I take my eyes off the development and I only focus on destruction, it now becomes a distraction. Why? Because everything in life, many things in life will always try to offset your focus. Family, just type focus on your focus. Come on, family, type focus. Forget all the hocus pocus, focus. I have to focus on the dream and the drive and what it is that God told me and the promise that he made to me, despite what it is that I am experiencing and what it is that I'm going through. That's what I have to get to, the particular place of. There's going to always be the type of people or the things and the situations that want to get you off your square. When it is that you have more bills than money. When it is that it seems like you have more foes than friends. When it seems that you have more battles than blessings. How do you remain rooted? A friend of mine told me that they were fighting some battles, and in many cases entertaining the idea of just giving up, throwing in the towel, quitting. The anxiety was getting to them. And I was reminding them to say, hey, they were talking about, listen, I'm on the move so much. I'm on the move so much. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. I said, listen, sometimes pausing is the greatest opportunity for moving. Listen, the engine can still be on while you're sitting at the red light. The engine can still be on while you're pausing at the yield sign. The engine can still be on while you are at the yellow light. Come on. You're just pausing. There's nothing with pausing. Pausing is not necessarily the stymieing of your progress. No, it's saying, listen, let me just take a little interval of time right here to catch my breath. Let me check out the scene. Let me see if I'm making the particular right moves. Life is not always meant to live on green. Let me talk to you. Life is not always meant to live on the green light. Red light's okay too. You gotta stop. Yellow light's all right. I gotta check out my environment. Am I proceeding with caution? Am I making premature moves? Scripture says this, they that wait on the Lord shall renew their strength. There it is, the restoration. They shall mount up with wings as an eagle. They shall run and they shall not be weary. They shall walk and not faint. One thing that I understand about the eagle is that whenever there is a storm that ensues, talking about shelter from the storm, the eagle doesn't necessarily look for shelter from the storm. Here's the thing. The eagle oftentimes finds shelter in the storm. Yeah. Yeah, beyond just shelter from the storm, sometimes there's shelter in the storm. Why? This is what the eagle does. Whenever there's a storm that ensues, every other bird flies away from the storm. Other birds try to fly under it, around it, over it. But here's the thing. The eagle flies into the storm. And here's what that eagle does. That eagle uses the storm to go higher. Yeah. Come on. How will you use the storm of what it is that you've gone through? The storm is greater than a situation. The storm is for the elevation. Come on. I'm using the storm to elevate. I'm using the storm to escalate. I'm using the storm to innovate. I'm using the storm to create. I'm using the storm even sometimes to wait. Why? Because I got an umbrella. I got a shield. I got a buffer. I have shelter. I know how to dance in the rain. I know how to find joy in the midst of pain. Yeah, I serve that particular type of God who's the Alpha and the Omega, who's the beginning and the end. But here's another thing I understand. Beyond him just being the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end, I understand that he's also the God of the middle. The middle place of adversity, the middle passage of situations in life, the middle of the divorce, the middle of the setback, the middle of the layoff, the middle of the pink slip, the middle of the foreclosure, the middle of your children acting up and acting crazy, the middle of the issue of or with your spouse in your house, in the middle of it. Not there will necessarily just be glory after this. There will be glory in the midst of this. Shelter in the time of storm. Why? Because I've sheltered in place. I need you to get back in place. Come on, family. I need you to get back in place. Family, just type get in place, get in place, get in place, get in place. And don't just get in place, stay in place. For those of us who are not in place, get in place. For those of us who are in place, stay in place. Come on, get positioned, get rooted, get grounded, develop a foundation. It says, I'm going to be in my word. I'm going to pray. I'm going to take some time for meditation, to meditate on the word. I'm going to take some time to exercise and elevate my mind and to mute the noise around me so that I can hear the voice within me. I'm going to take the time to pour back into myself, into my mind, so that I can pour into others. Why? Because you cannot pour from an empty cup. And too often we're trying to pour into people who have holes in their cup. They can't receive it. They can't hold on to it. They can't grasp it. Why? Because they're leaking and feeling limited. I got to get in place. I have to remain in place. I have to use the storm rather than allowing the storm to use me. Hear me? Use the storm and stop allowing the storm to use you. You're so emotional. And because you're so emotional, now you're in a place of upheaval. 0 to 100 real quick. Giving everybody a piece of your mind to only be left with just a piece of your mind, but no peace of mind. Get back in place. Find strength and shelter in the midst of the storm. Family, just type bounce back. Type bounce back. This is your season for a comeback. This is your season to bounce back from every setback. Why? So that you can make a greater impact. Family, this is a great place for you to sow. This is where you grow. I want you to sow. This is where you soar. I want you to sow. Sow into your shelter. Sow into your refuge. Sow into the place of restoration. Sow into this being good ground. I don't know if it's a $10 seed. I don't know if it's a $20 seed. I don't know if it's a $50 seed. All of those seeds, whatever dollar amount it is, empowers us and helps our community, the In the Mix community, to grow. Helps this word continue to spread from neighborhoods to nations, communities to cities. You can help us to do that. You may not necessarily go with us, but you can grow with us, and your seed can help us to do that. How do you do that? Simply based upon the information that's in the description of this video, in our live chat, links in the chat, links in the description of this video, Cash App, $Dr. Eddie Ministries. Also, PayPal, Zelle, EddieConnorJr at gmail.com. We've been having a super conversation. Drop a super chat, drop a super sticker. I would appreciate any support that you can give as you partner with us, because you know that each and every single day, listen, I'm giving you consistency and frequency. I'm showing up Monday through Friday, each and every single day of the week, holidays included, to empower you and to really inspire you to grow through what it is that you go through. It's a source of encouragement, and I hope I'm doing that for you. Again, Cash App, $Dr. Eddie Ministries, PayPal, Zelle, EddieConnorJr at gmail.com. We've been having a super conversation. Drop a super chat, drop a super sticker as well. Family, did this word empower you at all? Did this word empower you at all to overcome the storm, the rain, the trial, and the pain of what it is that you go through? Conversation like this one that we had today is why you need to become a member of our In the Mix community. Links in the chat and description of this video as well for how to do that. Just tap on that link. You'll see 3 options that pop up: VIP, Royalty, OQP. You're a very important person with a very important purpose. OQP, only quality people. Royalty, you're king, queen. Your royalty demands loyalty. Choose one of those 3 options, and my gift to you is to give you access to our members only area. To unlock the unlimited, membership has its privileges. Be a part of it. Soar with us. Soar with us. There's more with us, so soar with us. Yeah, there's more with us, so soar with us. So you can do that simply by going to theeaglesacademy.com, theeaglesacademy.com. When you get there, tap the Join Now button, fill out the form. I guarantee you're going to be transformed. Yeah, theeaglesacademy.com. When you get there, tap the Join Now button, fill out the form, and I guarantee you're going to be transformed in our amazing community. Gifted leaders, literally locally and globally, who you can network with, who you can build partnerships and connections with. Be a part of our private Facebook group. Get access to all of our Eagle's Nest reflections, to all of our videos of our teachings, our trainings, our coachings, our workshops. To be a part of our live sessions where I teach, coach, train, and mentor you. You owe it to you to soar with us too. Go to theeaglesacademy.com. And even more so than that, just the aspect that you have community, that you have family, that you have people who support you, because we have imbibed the notion that a win for us is a win for you. A win for me is a win for you too. Let's win together. Let's soar together. Go to theeaglesacademy.com. Look to see your face in our digital space. Family, In the Mix is out of time. But trust me, I'm not out of truth. And so I want to thank you for rocking with me. I want to thank you for riding with me. I really do want to thank you for rolling with me. Why? Because that's just how we roll. And we roll together each and every single weekday, Monday through Friday, for In the Mix. And we mix it up right here on the YouTube side. Hit that thumbs up button. Hit the subscribe button. Share this with somebody. Somebody needs this. Somebody's battling a storm right now. Spiritually, financially, socially, emotionally, in their health, in their mindset. This is going to strengthen them to overcome what it is that's trying to overcome and overwhelm them. Share this with somebody. Share if you care. If you care, then share. Of course, I want to thank you for rocking with me, riding with me, rolling with me. And yes, we do that here, but also on our sister satellite stations on social media. I appreciate you for tuning in and watching. But I just got a question for you. Are you my friend? Are we locked in? Step this way, step that way. Which way? By friending me, follow me on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, TikTok. We don't stop at EddieConnorJr. Come on, family. Put some respect on my name. EddieConnorJr. Y'all keep showing love. I'm going to keep showing up. And I want you to show up as I'm personally inviting you to become, yes, a member, but yeah, come on. Come over to the church. Personally inviting you to visit us at the Remnant Worshipers Ministry, where I'm serving as the pastor of this amazing church with so many amazing members. Join us this Sunday. 10 o'clock a.m. I want to see your face in the place. A church alive is worth the flight of the drive. 10 a.m. And you say, well, where's that? 20470 Hubble Street in the city of Detroit. And I'm saving you a seat. 20470 Hubble Street. I'm saving you a seat at the Remnant Worshipers Ministry. Check out more about our church, trwchurch.org. I know we will be a blessing to you with word and worship, powerful prayer, praise, and a preached word. If I can help you, if I can serve you in any way, don't hesitate. Please reach out to me. Get any of my books. I got 18 of them out there. Ebooks, audiobooks, hard copies. Yes, available as well as at the eaglesacademy.com/books. If you're looking for a dynamic speaker, now why would you look any further? You know that I'm the man for the job. So invite me to speak at your church, your conference, your community center, your school, your graduation, your session. Let's make some progression. All you have to do is email me to invite me. info@eddieconnor.com. And it would be an honor for me to empower you. Yours truly, Dr. Eddie, your main man, 100 grand. Yo, brother. And I mean that. From another mother family. It's been fun. But you know, brother, got to run. So I want you to know it's been a privilege and a pleasure, a treat and a treasure, a joy. Yes, it has been beyond measure. But I want you, yes, I'm talking to you. Come on now, I'm talking to you to remember to keep the faith and believe it's going to be bigger, better, brighter, peace, and a whole lot of love. Keep soaring higher. You know, I realize the extent of your development is connected to the extent of your investment. What I mean, invest little, develop little. But we're investing much into you as you invest in yourself by developing your purpose, developing your goals and your dreams and your ideals and your ideas, shifting you from ideas to income. Where does this all happen at? I'm so glad you asked. It takes place in our Eagles Academy. All you have to do is go right now to the eaglesacademy.com, tap the join now button, fill out the form, be transformed to shift your ideas into income, your contacts into contracts, really to grow your ideas, your impact, and your influence. You owe it to you to invest in you. And as a result of it, now you are able to be coached and mentored and be a part of our live trainings with yours truly. Yeah, with me, along with a host of other leaders and trendsetters and trailblazers and accountability partners. No one grows in a silo. The power of mentorship, it takes what I've learned in years and months and I give it to you in minutes. What I've learned in decades and I can give it to you in days. To be a part of our private Facebook group, to get guided feedback through our Eagles Nest reflections, to get access to all of the content and all the live sessions and the trainings of business development, of financial stewardship, of the impact and empowerment that only takes place when you go right now to the eaglesacademy.com. Again, when you get there, tap the join now button, fill out the form, be transformed. But it doesn't just stop there. You want to develop your book? Then guess what? You are an aspiring author. You need to get my bestseller book blueprint. It's available right now. accessidentity.org/author. All of the insight of what it is that I have used to write 18 books and be a best-selling author. You owe it to you to get your hands on that. You also owe it to you to get my Successful Speaker Strategies download. I'm telling you, whatever you're building, you can build it better if you use better words. Let me show you how to develop your communication. There's an art to communication. Let me show you how to develop that. Go right now as well to accessidentity.org/speaker. And then I am blessed to pastor the Remnant Worshipers Church. I want you to be a part of the church that I am pastoring at right now. It's such a great thing of what it is that God has fashioned us to do. And it's taking place right here in the city of Detroit, 10 a.m. every Sunday, 6 p.m. we have prayer on Tuesdays, and then 7 p.m. on those same Tuesdays, we have TNT Tuesdays, Truth and Transformation. It's amazing. You want to be a part of it. Go right now, trwchurch.org. And then I want to see your face in the place this Sunday at 20470 Hubble Street. I'm doing my best to save you a seat. Powerful prayer, praise, and a preach word. Can't wait to see your face in place at the Remnant Worshipers Church.